Hi, welcome to my video, and this is set a few months ago. This is January, and this video will be coming out in a while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try briquettes made from leaf mould, and this is not just leaf mould, this is scrunched down leaves on the side of the road that you might see, on the side of the path, that has been squished down and walked over. It's that sort of waste. Is that waste a biofuel? Can we make briquettes from it? Is it worth doing? Let me show you this. So where we have trees and hedgerow, we have leaves and then mud, compaction, and this is not soil. This is driven over leaves for the last few months. So what I want to do is I want to get some of that in this tub and see what we can do with it. Oh, a tub. And really a trowel would have been better, but I couldn't get my hands on a trowel. Right, there it is, just overflowing. I'm going to stop now. I might just put a leaf on the top, just so that I can recognise that it's made of leaves and it's leaf mould, leaf mulch. Right, these are those very same briquettes. There's the leaf, and I've just put the some timber on here to keep it all flat. I'm actually going to put 3 of these next to each other, and we will see how they burn. So this is a bit mad, but you've got to do things like this sometimes. Right, there we go, look, gaps between them, 3 of them all made at the same time, and we'll get some flames around here and we'll see how that goes. See if we can get what happens with leaf mould. Let's get some flames around them. Here we go. Now close the door, got the vent open, and we'll see just how good leaf mould burns after 3 months. Should be interesting. Right, come back in a bit. I don't actually know if they're burning. They look like they are. I'd left these 30 minutes or so that I could just work out what's burning and what's not. So the wood's burnt away. As you can see, these are glowing. So that's a good sign that there's some, they're holding on to the heat and they're burning, but I just needed to move them around and just get a feel for what's going on. They look like they're doing it, but actually we're running out of fire. So the thing to do is put a bit of wood on there and get some flames around, and at the moment it doesn't look like the briquette is, it looks like it's accompanying the fire rather than actually getting the fire and flames from it. So I'm not really sure, but anyhow, let's put some timber around it. Let's get some flames going and let's see what happens in a little while. Another 20 minutes has passed and it's worth having a look, see what's going on. So with a bit of movement we can see that they are burning, they're staying quite tight together. The dust's falling off, as you can see. So they're holding up. So the process of squishing into the margarine tub is a good process. It's probably better than pressing super hard, and the moisture's kept it all together, so that's good. But there's just no real, if I disturb the normal briquettes, they burst back into flames. With this there's nothing. So it is yeah, it's different. Okay, let's put some wood around it and let's see if we can get some more flames going around it. As you can see, it's still hot inside there, so they are glowing. So could this be sand? Could this be grit and dirt just heated up? It was all organic. It felt it. There might be a grit there, but yeah, let's get some flames here. Let's get this burning up a bit and just see how it goes. And this is one of the reasons that I make the briquettes, not just to get rid of my waste dust and shavings, but look how they're still going. Briquettes work. It's a great way of getting rid of waste. So there's a couple of the eco coal ones which are made out of olive stones, ground up olive stones, but as you can see the wood has pretty much burnt away. There's a few bits of that there, but the briquettes, even though they're broken down, they're still there, so they're still providing some heat. So okay, let's put some wood on top of that, and we're going to try another briquette in a minute and see how our other briquettes will burn on the fire tonight. Okay, so I'd forgotten and I'd left it about 40 minutes. So the wood had died down a bit, but you can still see evidence of the briquettes, and look how this sandy coloured ash. So yeah, I'm now rethinking that maybe this from the side of the road isn't that good, and I've got plans for another sort of briquette. Just pushing down the ashes there just to make sure that the ashes just are flat and they're not piling up in the middle. The next thing I'm going to do is just add a bit of wood. This is just to get some flames going, just warm the room a bit more. And along with this, I'm going to put on a briquette from batch number 14. Now, batch number 14 was equal amounts coffee grounds and shavings and sawdust, but it had only been left about 3 weeks in the tub, so I'm not expecting high hopes from this batch. We will see. 45 minutes later, and let's see what's going on. So look, you can see there's a dark smoky charcoaly look around the briquette, which means that it's burnt, and it's a good thing compared to the grey sort of the sandy coloured ash on the other briquettes. What I'm going to do now is just add another briquette to the mix, just to raise the game a little bit. This is batch 13, and this is one made in a margarine tub. I made about 10 of these, as well as making some normal briquettes, the normal size. And look, straight away, bluey, purpley flame, that's the coffee content in there, and that's making a difference. And that'll make a difference to the heat as well, because the coffee produces 20 to 30% hotter than just wood dust alone. You can see now there's something going on with the flames, and it's burning blue on the other briquette. So yeah, we've got things going on here, and it's looking pretty good. The coffee content does make a difference. It is well worth adding, and I will be, as I have been, adding coffee to briquettes for a long while to come. Another 30 minutes later, and let's have a look, see how they're going. Look at the white heat just before I moved that. Look at how it was white hot, which is really one of the things with the coffee. It burns at such a heat. Look at that, which is great. So coffee grounds are definitely important. That one's burning okay, it's doing well. And now I think what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit of wood to this, because I'm keeping the fire going for a bit longer. So let's add a piece of wood and then another one, which I think is from batch 13. No, it's not, batch 15. Batch 15 was made in November last year, and it was left until January, which is about, I think it was left about 8 weeks, 9 weeks. So it shouldn't be too bad burning. Quite different to that 3 months one, which will continue burning for a good while yet. But no, it's looking good. Door slightly open, get some draft through, get that wood burning. As you can see, if I burn briquettes, obviously I'm burning less wood, and to get the mixture right is really good actually. A little bit of that eco coal, briquettes and wood, you can get some good heat and you get the longevity as well. And that usually only comes with big logs of wood, big lumps of wood, but these are quite small really, so I can do quite well with them. Right, another 30 minutes has passed by, so we can see what's going on. The briquettes are still sitting there, so I'm just going to have a look at, see that piece of coal, that's done well. But this is where the briquettes were, and look at that sandy colour from the first briquettes, and look how it's just all falling into the ash can. But it's just browny sand. It's not white ash, so I don't think it's right. But it was worth trying. It really was worth trying. So as you can see, there's still some nice, a beautiful bluey coloured flame coming from the briquette, and that's burning hot. Look at the white hot at the bottom there. It's white hot. It's fantastic, and the heat coming off just this smaller pile is wonderful. Another 30 minutes has passed, and it's getting late in the evening, so we'll just have a look. I won't be making the fire up anymore. As you can see, it's got this lovely blacky grey shell protective layer that just sits there, insulating, keeping it warm, providing heat. Look at the difference in the dust on those other briquettes. So yeah, this is pretty good for now. And now an hour after that, and look, it's still sitting there. So let's just have a move around and see what's going on. As you can see, it's breaking down. There's some red embers still inside there, and if I hadn't have moved them, they would have just sat there for another couple of hours. In fact, they'd probably sat there through the night. The e-coal, there's a lump of e-coal, that's okay. Some more of that sandy stuff at the back, which, yeah, I've said before. So now we've just got a few coals left in there. These are the eco coal made from olive nuts, ground olive nuts, and processed to make a fuel, and they work brilliantly. So let's just close it up for the night. And the bonus thing is, in a second or two, we're going to see what it looks like the next morning. And I think the ash can is going to tell us something. This is a lot more ash that we normally get. So I'm going to put that down to the fact that the muck from up the road has got a lot of sand and grit and dirt in it, and it's really got a weight to it. It doesn't feel like ash. It feels like it's full of sound and weight. So I don't think that's a success, but I think that does move us forward in a better direction. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you with your briquette and log burner trials.